I got an Ark KVM some time ago. It was sent to me by a friend. It just so happens that I have never used this kind of equipment. There is relatively little information available online. I will record how to use this device. The first is the ontology of Ark KVM. It is wrapped in plastic. Screen. Here is a screen. This also has a plastic protective film. Have been removed by me. The screen is touchable. There are no buttons overall. Take a look at the interface. There is an Ethernet interface on the back. There is a Type-C interface. There is an HDMI interface. Let me tell you that it comes with 3 cables. The first one is this Type-C to 1/2 interface. There is also a USB to Type-C interface, USB 2.0 to Type-C interface cable. There is also an HDMI to HDMI cable. How to connect these lines? We will find a piece of equipment to test it later. Because this thing itself requires network. So you need to prepare an Ethernet cable. As for RJ45, I happen to have one at home, so I used ready-made ones. Okay, let's first connect this KVM device to our computer. Because what I have here is an old MacBook Pro. So I need one here. It doesn't have enough USB 2.0 ports, so it needs an adapter. We can see. We first connected the HDMI cable to the HDMI interface. It's this cable that finally goes to the HDMI interface. Connect the Type-C cable to the USB interface cable. In this way, the entire machine has power supply. We can see it. Screen. It's already lit here now. It will have an about message. Then click back display or something like that. Anyway, our machine is now powered on, but it prompts that we do not have an Ethernet connection now. Okay, we can now see that we have plugged in the Ethernet interface. That's this flat line. This wire ended up on my router. Then let's look at the screen again at this time. This is already in a ready state. HDMI is green, USB is also green. Its IP address and MAC address are also shown here. Next we can access this IP address on another computer. Okay, at this time we have opened the browser on another computer. At this time enter the IP address on the KVM. Since I have set a password before. So I enter the password here. Okay, after entering the password, you can see that the basic situation of another device can be displayed on my browser here. Next we will perform some relatively simple operations on it. For example, if I want to open the browser, you can see that we can use the browser, operating a controlled computer. The point to be explained is that the two computers must be in the same network environment, because 192.168.31.190 is a LAN address. Let's take a look at other functions at this time. Okay, at this time, let's take a look at the functions available on ArkKVM. First, it can restart the device. The upper right corner shows the current status of the device, USB status. Click this icon and we can copy the text. There are some devices such as virtual media, virtual USB drive, Wake Online, virtual keyboard, etc., including the ability to operate its volume. Here you can see the status of the connection. Okay, here are some settings to check for updates. I don't have any updates at the moment. Okay, this is the function in the upper right corner of it. We can see that the one on the left has some functions. In fact, it is similar to the function on the right. I'll leave the next functions to you to explore one by one. One thing that needs to be explained here is that if you had direct access to Google, you can access this remotely. Just okay. So how do we activate this function of connecting remotely? First we find the settings. Because I prefer white, so I made it white first. You can see it at this time. This has some related options. At this time we choose access. At this time there will be a cloud provider. There is an official server of Ark KVM itself by default. You can also add your own server. For specific information, you can find the corresponding repo on Ark Cloud's GitHub, then deploy the relevant code, then just click Connect to Cloud at this time. Say Continue with Google, sign in. Yes. At this time, enter your corresponding account password and you can access it, because I won't do too many demonstrations here. Okay, Let's go back to the basic page of KVM. Can be seen, because I am in a local network environment, its overall delay is still very small, basically able to respond in a timely manner.